Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, your art teacher. And today in art, we're going to talk about pets and drawing our pets and getting inspired by either our own pets, maybe friends, maybe family's pets, or a pet that you would like to own one day. So, here's some examples of some doodles I'm working on, and I got really good at pets because when I was your age, I drew pets and dogs and cats all the time. And I still do. And these are all from different photographs I took. But yeah, drawing pets takes practice, and we're going to try it today. I like to draw dogs and cats, but if you're into like drawing snakes or hamsters, that's cool too. It's just a very fun thing, and it makes a good gift. Let's talk color for a minute. With drawing and painting and anything with colors, we use this is our color wheel. It's kind of like a map that helps us lay out and visualize all of our colors. And on one side we have the warm colors. Those are the colors that remind us of fire and of spices and warm temperatures. Then we have the cool colors right here. Those are the ones that remind us of water, and if you touch them, they might be cool. So we got the warm colors and the cool colors, and I'm going to use that in my pet portrait today. Let's get into it. Another artistic skill we're going to be using and thinking a lot about is texture. Texture is the idea of it's when we are looking at something using our sense of sight to look at a work of art, but we're also thinking about our sense of touch. And if you were to reach out and touch this dog, what would it feel like? What would he feel like? What would Mr. Buster feel like? And would he feel differently than this fluffy cat? Maybe. Would they feel different than if you were to pet a chicken? Probably. And I made that clear using my colored pencil lines by doing these short, rough, fuzzy, scratchy lines. And that was how I communicated their texture. Now, let's get into it. Okay, so we're going with pencil first because we can erase. And I'm going to show you two different ways that I like to make a dog and cat that are pretty simple, but everyone has a different way of doing this. So you don't have to follow this if you have your own awesome way of creating a dog and a cat. And you are welcome to pause and play this video as much as you need and rewind until you can figure it out. When I'm watching drawing tutorials, or really any kind of tutorial video, that's what I do. I pause it, I play it, I rewind. So you can do that too if you want. Let's get started. Okay, this is the kitty cat. I'm going to do a cat here and a dog here. So we're doing a big line and then a rainbow. And then a head. And these two things overlapped. I can erase that later. I'm not too worried. Then I'm going to add big floppy ears and some paws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we're looking at this dog sitting down facing the front. And he needs a tail, of course. So I'm doing a curve. Then I'm starting at the ending point of the other curve and bringing it back. Now for the face. Now, dogs' noses are kind of like wide rectangles, at least how I draw them. You might draw them different. And I got a little nose, and then he's got big, goofy eyes. Now, every dog looks a little different. I have floppy ears, but there's lots of ways of doing a dog. pugs have like downward facing triangle ears. Some dogs have sticky uppy ears. Some dogs are scruffy. This is just one way of creating a dog. Next, we're going to do a cat. And I actually have a cat that I can observe and draw from life. Let me get her. Ta-da! Norma, say hi to the kids. Hi, kids. This is my kitty, Norma Desmond. Okay, this is how I draw a cat. It has similar steps
To this one. Starts the same way. And everyone draws animals differently. This is just an easy, peasy way to get started if you're a little stuck, is this base. This is kind of like a line, rainbow, and then a circle head. And now I'm going to do the feet, kind of like little rainbows. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. And some feet. There's a line, there's a line, there's a line, and there's a line.
Pointy ears, triangle ear, a triangle nose, smile. Cat's eyes are shaped a bit like footballs. And then they have long whiskers. And a tail. Looks kind of a squiggly wiggly line. Ta-da! This is how I drew my pet in pencil. Now I'm going to pick out some oil pastels to go over those lines. Okay, for this next step, I have my watercolor pencils, and I have my trusty pasta sauce jar with clean water from my kitchen in it. And I have the paintbrush from the art kit. So you know how this works. You can do color in your areas, then you take your paintbrush, dip into the water, and blend out that color. Ta-da! Here's my drawing of my two animals, my dog and my cat, my two pet drawings. Now I'm thinking that I'm not so crazy about all this white space, so I'm going to add something to it. I'm going to add a background. Now, when picking out my background colors, I thought about the color wheel and how the cool colors really pop against those warm colors. And I looked at this blue and purple dog and thought, I think moving over to the warm side for the background would really make the dog shine through. And I would love to see how you interpret the idea of drawing a pet or an animal using your colors and thinking about things like coloring so that it looks like the animal's skin or fur or feathers, and thinking about, do I want to do a realistic color or an imaginative color? If you have your own pet, you can use your observation skills. You can look at pictures online, or you can use my kind of tutorial, or maybe you have your own way of drawing an animal or a pet or dog or cat. I want to see it. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. I would love to see all of you draw cute and wonderful pets. And bye. Have fun getting inspired by pets.